Electoral Commission under Article 63, Clause 9 of the 1992 Constitution, this instrument is hereby made. Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo, the New Patriotic Party (NPP) presidential candidate, having in the presidential election held on the 7th of December 2020, pursuant to Article 63, Clause 3 of the Constitution, obtained more than 50% of the total number of valid votes cast, is hereby declared the president-elect of the Republic of Ghana. Gazetting is the last stage in the presidential election declared process and is in line with Regulation 44, Clause 12 of the Public Election Regulation 2020 CI 127. With gazetting done, any of the presidential candidates in the 2020 presidential election who is aggrieved by the results can now file a presidential election petition at the Supreme Court to challenge the declaration by the EC.
Yo, Ocha Democrata calling the Daily Graphic and him no say Nana Addo Dankwa yedena famra kwamua chese ye to abawie no obi fam se ono na edi nkunim anoyo mampene no yede no afam na abato komisa saa di bro nya bosunya ne de tosudu eda odi tu dwase Nana Addo anwe na ade chenye ana oye saa di we na 2016 abato no eno so eye awura sarato say ono so pam Ekan December da etoso nkron ana ode koma gazetting for no bosomene da etoso edumienu ana eda ye emra kwamu ye de to se Nana Addo enya aba no enso ye 14th of December 2016 na gazetting emu nshemuni se ye to aba na ye pamu ekanwia afei na ye atoso ne se ye dire befa emra kwan so ya CI 135 no ya Ewraje mensa na sai na emu nsema ekani wosi wo dwumadi a ekoso eni tumi a yede ama me say abato commission under the Article 63 Clause 9 of the 1992 Constitution no instruments ana ekere say Nana Addo Dankwa ya ogina muma osono amanyakuo no ono ana edi nkunim na ekoso emma ogitum ewo Article 63 Clause 3 no ewo emremu se wanya abro efa anase aduonum 50% no ne santi ewo ma yetu ye nyina mu ne santi ono Electoral Commission ogina Ghana mamra so epemu kase ono ene Ghana mampani na gazette ne kase agazette de obi famra kuma eno ni ekwaya etwa to kra wo se ye to abe ewia ekwaya ye faso de tudwa se obi enyamampani ejira article regulation 44 cross 12 ya ejira ho ema abato mra ye CI 127 no emu ate se abato commission yedwe eye emrem say ye use ya afei anybody can contest in court say emra makwan say ode abano ama asomasi itibrare be kirim di ntia o say Nana Addo Dankwa enya that is so simple to the nkrata nyina beba abetre court na court ahwehwem ebusebuse nyina ampa maame de okay no bo house nya 4 but one nya okay house nya say ohwehwe nyina mu wie ampa abano de ode asemne ba court na sema o ka no won sema na wo ka na insisi so de wa trotro na sema wo ka no ebo abura enti sai ko na koye abato no efoforo ana say fa kunya no ma de otoso mi no that is what it meant and you know this constitutional procedure for any grieved party obi a onte abibi ase no ye de atudwa sa fa kwan da ho obetimi de unyina so abigatimi oso ansana court kra beji ase no do di se udu unyina so no koma court no ansana court no hwehwem obema o dis hwehwem wo sampa ensema wo kana yampa enti wasama de enti yensi nkunya na afi yenkama ayifo nyina ho bi itrem se titru ni ani ntiri nyina ka se omampani emfa asem no enkokoto
nti sesi a kwan aba ho because gazetting doesn't mean say that ends the procedure.
No.
That rather opens up the way for you to channel your grievances to the court.
Yes, to the court.
Because what the EC has declared or what the press that published the gazetting has declared is what the total or the result at hand EC edemano and nona also or publish here. Into abai even the president can even be sworn in and say case no echo court na say ne die nim ana wadi brim ana ye kan say nyesa na ye kan wadi brim debi
wadi brim
okay anti say wadi brim chere say even after he has been sworn in they can, if the results overturn, he can.
Yes, if the result.
Yeah.
That is a precedent.
Yes, she said if the judgment goes in favor of the one who brings the case to court,
yes,
meaning that that presidency
will be cancelled.
Will be cancelled.
Yeah.
Very good. So gazetting doesn't mean say that ends the election. That is what people has to know. That ebia obi bekwa ko hu we no ofo say chese say ade ya publish you ya dia tum say nana na president into no nothing can be done. So this is what we are saying. Yes. Something can be done.
Something
you can still go. Even so, you have 21 days to present your case to court from December 7th.
Yeah, from December
9th, where the result was declared. Into Dana Yebo result, you know, your time, which is 21 days, start from that time. I will be prepare will exhibit. Edia Koswa court. Emma court Ashishim. Into Nana on the 7th day, nothing can stop the swearing in of Nana Adonai Akufo-Addo. So they will continue. But after, if there's any other verdict that has gone in favor of for the opposition.
But after 7, if the case has not been taken to court, that ends it.
Yes.
That ends.
But after the 7th, would the 21 days be over?
Yes, the 21 days is, I think, 30th or 31st.
Of January?
Of December.
Of December?
Yeah.
That's the 21 days?
Yes.
Okay, so you have to send your case to court on time. Say, to me.
That's it.
I share the
same scenario was in 2013. After 2012 election, no, Nana Anyantum. But it doesn't stop the swearing in ceremony.
Yes.
It went on.
Yeah,
they did with the NDC parliamentarian elect boycotted the decision. It's a funny thing. I was listening to radio, one of the stations.
It was not the NDC rather.
No, NPP. Yes.
They didn't go, so it's not the NDC parliamentary candidates, it's MPP.
They boycotted because and say a day, I don't say contested into nothing stopped them. But after the ruling, they started working as.
So if the NDC or more bet to me the Omasamna contempt before we are we likely to see the same trend now so now MPP former parliamentary candidates no more call the swearing in of ex-president Mahama no are we likely to see say
but
this time
it's not likely it's a must
that they will not go.
They will not, because some station as was Minister I'm not saying but it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. What it means is that I am not part of that process.
Okay,
are you getting me? It doesn't affect the person
going to parliament after the swearing in.
It doesn't have anything to do with it, but it's proof of this satisfaction of the result.
Okay. And on that note, I've been saying we are not legals. If you should be a legal people or legal practitioners who would have no match to this. So let's continue and take the use judicial means to address
the legality of this issue is straightforward. You know, some when you say precedence, just a kind of higher fast one. Are you getting me? And Ghanaians only witnessed that in 2013.
Yeah.
After the 2012 election.
It means see that. That was the first time.
Yes. Yeah. Opposition contested for incumbent in court. Yeah, it travels almost 9 months.
Yes, 8 to 9 months.
Yes, by finally the verdict went for the president-elect at that time. Let's see what happens.
Sure.
That's the beauty of democracy. And 2012 court, a boy by a resolution be by almost command electoral commission money ye didn't be free. De national head yeah Anna a cycle say election is always won in electoral polling station. It is a when to me I need promo polling station and a kambuma owe. That was a resolution that they gave.
And see, to us, use judicial means to address electoral grievances. That says presidential candidate tells Mahama. And
okay.
That story is on page 16 of the Daily Graphic.
Page 16.
Page 16.
Yeah.
5 political parties and then 1 independent candidate.
Okay.
Yeah. So 5 political parties and an independent presidential candidate in the 2020 presidential election have added their voices to calls imploring the flag bearer of the National Democratic Congress, Mr. John Dramani Mahama, and the party supporters to use judicial processes to address all their grievances if they do not agree with the result as declared by the Electoral Commission. They said it was for such incidents that the Electoral Court had been created, saying it was important for aggrieved persons to seek justice or redress legally instead of trying to create tension. Addressing a press conference in Accra yesterday, the political parties represented by their respective flag bearers stressed that no political party was bigger than Ghana and that it was important for all to respect and go by the peace pact signed ahead of the election. Ghana is bigger than all political parties and individuals. So if there are any discrepancies emanating from the 2020 election results, there is a judicial process for addressing them. And the aggrieved person must go by that, not the use of violence or creating chaos to fund trouble for the people you intend to govern, they emphasized.
Yo, when any party through Omujina about to a koyebi, Omujino party name, and Uncle ni ba Kwakawamana is ya. Now, and some Omo Kanyana, and so Omo de Koma, Omo Enya, Ujina Mutu Frankama, and the Shamanyukono. Say, and you may be Uncle Ya on Fanfa and Rakwaso. The Emano Bonio Swono on Tiasie, say about to a commissar, the other 2 down on an Enyadano. I almost say. Obefa emrakwanso ni senti anya ye sa court no no mo to aso ka se obi biara ni wa oso se Ghana amamra no.
Of course Ghana so say
yes Ghana so
amanyuko bia
say bibi ekoso na onti ase a say odefa
emrakwanso omakani so those parties are the which held the press conference at the Holiday Inn included the Conventions People's Party, that's the CPP, represented by Mr. Ivor Kobina Green Street, the All People's Congress, APC, by Hassan Ayariga, and then the Ghana Consolidated Parties, GCPP, Henry Herbert, Latte, and then the co. So I just don't want to go through all their lists, but rather let's look at what they spoke of. Omukasa a tense atmosphere. Shall I say because of say Omapenyida da Mahama onyanji abatonu and tumuyeno ama the atmosphere is being tense because obiara enim actiona ebepi ochina. Adesana Adebechia, you don't know the plans the people are taking. Yeah, the way they are demonstrating, despite the fact that demonstration no yanyanti yes or makoku bi and makoyewe no, but still it still poses a threat. Still the threat to a country no, so because any group can stand at any time if we are not taking care. Any group can stand. So and then Ivan Green Street, Nasama Odebaye Nini. The flag bearer of the CPP, Mr. Green Street, said although he was struggling to cope with the shocking news of his defeat, he still felt the need to add his voice and support to the call for peace. I am trying to recover from the shock of the defeat, but when Mr. Araiga called me, I felt it was important as leaders to find ways to calm the tense atmosphere. We represent the minority parties in the country, but as leaders, we also have a role to play in bringing about peaceful coexistence in the country to accelerate its socio-economic development, because without peace, there is no way this country can develop. We have DAOs come together to request for peace because of the tense, sorry, no, page 20. Because of the tense atmosphere in the country now. We cannot allow ourselves to sit on the fence while this tension goes on. We are not stopping NDC supporters from demonstrating, but it should be done peacefully so that the country can enjoy peace to concentrate on our core businesses, the CPP flag bearer stressed.
Yo, Ura, I will come Green Street, Ojina Muma CPP Amanyukono. On na ka se o se emum o te se wadi nkugo no haniye papa na so ebra ayare ga frɛ no no sa ehu hia mentra se yese panima o tra fie ma se fiafo no ai na te se yebu ayifo a oka ho bi ono so ne to befo pata do ye na dwe se ampa ehia so mbetra se ne a o kanyina ne se te se oman no empuntuo enti oman mo yedudu kukuruku because of ensama ekosoro Tony Nepa Obunyana said, Yamo Modian said, NDC, a chill for now, Omoya demonstration. Omunyano Boko, Sarebeya, Asumbia, or mining a bit mania, Nafi, Yajuma, and so etimi ejana now so an item.
Yes, Mr. Apasere, dear, no so, never Dr. Latte, the account. Nay, share these three people, what's actually they are talking about. When Mr. Apasre, when he took his stand, the leader of the PNC, Mr. Apasre said, having been at the losing end in elections since 2008, he knew how it felt, but said he accepted those results and moved on. It is for this reason that we are appealing to our brothers in the NDC to have a sober reflection on anything likely to create violence in the country, because we have future elections to contest. Each election will have just one winner, and that is what has happened now, he said. And Dr. Latte, for his part, Dr. Latte urged Ghanaians, irrespective of their party affiliations, to support the policies that will be initiated by the NPP government so that Ghana will become the beacon of hope in Africa.
Yo, Apasra and Dr. Latte and Sona Akasei. And some omo Kanyana say about